Welcome back, Story Hour friends. We're so glad you're back this week for our next stop on our virtual trip around the world. This week we'll watch famous chef Billy Macaroni make a delicious pizza. Then we'll hear a story about pizza. Because this week we're traveling to the country of Italy. This country, shaped like a boat, has snow-covered mountains in the north and beautiful Mediterranean beaches in the south. Forests, volcanoes, great works of art. The Colosseum and the Leaning Tower of Pisa are all in the middle of Italy. Of course, no trip to Italy would be complete without a stop in Naples. About 200 years ago, cooks in Naples began adding tomatoes brought from America to their flatbread. The modern pizza was born.
Welcome, Story Hour travelers, to my pizza parlor here in beautiful Naples, Italy. I am Signor Billy Macaroni, and today I'm gonna show you how to make my world-famous pepperoni pizza. So, I'll bring in my assistant, Mrs. Rod. Mrs. Rod.
I'm here, Signor Macaroni, and I'm ready to learn how to make the best pizza in the world.
Oh, but on the contrary, you are not ready to make pizza at Signor Macaroni's world-famous pizza parlor.
But I am. I've already washed my hands.
You're still not ready.
I'm wearing this beautiful apron.
Still not ready.
Oh my. Well, what should I do to be ready to make the world-famous pizza from Billy Macaroni's?
Come here and I'll tell you. Now you are ready.
I see. Very mysterious.
To make my world-famous pepperoni pizza, you will need some flour, pizza dough, pepperoni, tomato sauce, mozzarella cheese, and a splash of olive oil. First, you prepare your pizza pan with a splash of the olive oil. Set that aside. Now it's time to turn this lump of dough into a pizza crust. So you're gonna stretch it and stretch it. Then you cover your pizza pan like you're putting a blanket on a little bambino.
Oh, I did it! A perfect circle.
Well, I don't know about perfect, but it's a close enough. Now we're gonna add some sauce. And sprinkle of mozzarella cheese.
Like this?
Oh, that looks like enough cheese.
Well, I don't know how you make it here in Naples, but in the town of Porter, we like it cheesy.
I knew that. I've watched your videos before. Now we're gonna add the pepperonis.
Like this?
Very nice. But let Billy work a little of his magic. Give the pan a little shake.
Wow!
And there you have a happy pizza ready to be baked. Into the oven at 450 degrees Fahrenheit. And 13 minutes later, you've got a world-famous pizza perfection. Ready to enjoy with your familia.
Well, thank you, Billy. Should we say see you later to all our friends?
Well, here in Italy, instead of see you later, we say arrivederci.
Arrivederci. Let's do it together. 1, 2, 3.
Arrivederci!
Pizza-Pie Snowman by Valeri Gorbachev. Pinky had a job to do for Mommy, to get a pizza with all their favorite toppings. He made a poem so he wouldn't forget. Mushrooms, mozzarella cheese, fresh tomatoes, onions, peas. All of a sudden, bop! A snowball hit Pinky on the head. Pinky's friends, the squirrel boys, were throwing snowballs from their tree. "Play with us," they said. "Can't," said Pinky. "I'm getting a pizza for my mommy. Mushrooms, mozzarella cheese, fresh tomatoes, onions, peas." But the squirrel boys weren't listening. Bop! Another snowball hit Pinky on the head. "Stop!" Pinky shouted, and he kicked the tree with all his might. The tree shook, and snow fell, covering Pinky from top to bottom. But Pinky didn't notice. He had other things on his mind. Mushrooms, mozzarella cheese, fresh tomatoes, onions, peas. Down the road, the Skunk Sisters were building a snowman. "That snowman is even better than ours," said one of the sisters. What does she mean? Pinky wondered, but he was in too much of a rush to find out. Mushrooms, mozzarella cheese, fresh tomatoes, onions, peas. On Main Street, Pinky saw Mr. and Mrs. Wagner and their boy Ben. He saw Mrs. Schnauzer and Mr. Mutton. All of them were abuzz with excitement. "A walking snowman," he heard them say. Where? Pinky wondered. Pinky turned the corner and heard again, "A walking snowman." Pinky looked all around him. Where? Where? Outside the bakery, Mr. Withers, Ms. Muzzle, Mr. Digger, and even the baker himself were talking about the snowman. And in front of the pharmacy, Officer Barker reported the walking snowman to headquarters. Pinky wanted to see the snowman too, but he didn't have a moment to spare. He had reached the pizzeria at last. Pinky rushed in and shouted, "Mushrooms, mozzarella cheese, fresh tomatoes, onions, peas." One of the Caniglio twins was so startled he dropped his dishes. A walking, talking snowman. Pinky didn't even notice. "Mushrooms, mozzarella cheese, fresh tomatoes, onions, peas." Mr. Caniglio laughed. A pizza-pie snowman. Recognizing the pink little snout, Mr. Caniglio went to the kitchen to make Pinky's pizza. And while Pinky waited in the warm room, the snow that surrounded him started to melt. By the time the pizza was ready, the snowman was all gone, and a wet little boy stood in its place. Pinky ran as fast as a small boy with a large pizza could. "Did you see the walking snowman?" asked Mr. Mutt as Pinky went by. Home in a flash, Pinky proudly delivered the pizza to Mommy. It had mushrooms, mozzarella cheese, fresh tomato, onions, peas, and it was still hot. And after their delicious lunch, Pinky and Mommy took a stroll into town. They wanted to see the walking snowman too. The end.
Be sure to visit your Town of Porter library to pick up a story hour in a bag for this week with materials to make your very own pizza craft and some great books as well.
And a big thank you to Billy Mac's Pizzeria of Ransomville for donating the delicious ingredients for this week's video.